An open platform, an open target. Millions are watching, but no one shoots. Do you really think it's that simple? This guy will never show up on an open platform. Today, you'll uncover all the secrets behind the security of Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu, and how the rules of protecting top US officials are changing. Why has no one been able to get to Netanyahu or the others until now? It's me, friends, Professor Moriarty. Well then, let's get ready for a murder. Of course, a fictional one, haha. Chapter 1. You do, of course, live in America, where firearms are sold right in the supermarket, for which basically you have to go through some formal checks and procedures. Yet it's evident to everyone that a determined killer with serious intent can get around that without difficulty, or he'll just climb into the closet of his uncle, father, or grandfather. Since you're unlikely to get any closer, a rifle for shooting at a distance of 500 meters is something in .308 or 6.5 Creedmoor. We're talking about a 1.2 meter long rifle. How will you carry it? In a guitar case? Perfect. If shortly before the killing you bought it at an official shop and got a license, it's all recorded, and by matching the murder weapon to your purchase history, they'll definitely find you. Buying a gun on the street? 9 out of 10 street arms dealers are FBI agents or cooperate with the FBI and turn in their buyers. You think you're buying a rifle? In reality, you're buying a criminal case, or a quick photo of you with your eyes closed on a concrete floor. Suppose you already have the gun. You bought it on the black market, or it was just gathering dust in a relative's attic. A loaded bolt-action rifle. Heavy, a 130 centimeter case. Inside, the barrel, the bolt, cartridges, a bipod, optics. Are you ready? Now answer. Where will you store it? Who will transport it across Pennsylvania Avenue and the innovative camera system? Where will you shoot it? Where will you disassemble and prepare it? Oh, miracle. Netanyahu has gone mad and decided to give a public speech at an open forum in the US. On day X, you haven't slept for 3 days. Lift a heavy rifle with trembling hands and leave the house. What next? How will you get there? On foot? How will you hide from city cameras on your way to the crime scene? Will you cover your face with a mask? Smart cameras in cities across the US will definitely recognize a covered face and flag it as a red flag in the system. From that moment on, artificial intelligence will track your movements, and cameras will follow you from home to the crime scene and wherever you plan to hide. By car? Congratulations. The citywide surveillance system records your license plate number. The algorithm flags the car because it isn't registered in this state. The route is unusual, and it appears in the red zone. All activity in the area where the politician is speaking that day is under scrutiny. You won't have time to open the trunk before a uniformed officer approaches you. You decide to walk. The rifle is disassembled. You hide the parts in your backpack under your clothes and practice assembling them on the roof. And then reality sets in. All the roofs are closed. The attics are sealed. The homeowners association cameras are online. Video surveillance even covers the entrances to residential buildings. Anyone carrying something long is filtered out. In the best case scenario, they will start watching you. In the worst case scenario, they will arrest you at the entrance to the building where you went to climb onto the roof. Imagine you prepared in advance and rented a long-term apartment with a view of the podium. You found the spot. The target is in front of you. 700 meters to the target, you hold your sights. You breathe, and then there's a flash in the lens. It's not you, it's on you. You thought you were invisible, but you are a guest in someone else's nightmare. This entire space is already a well-worn testing ground. You are just an element of someone else's simulation. You haven't fired yet, but you are already in the crosshairs. Chapter 2. Technical Hell. Lidars, radars, acoustics. You lie down. Your rifle is assembled. You breathe. The grandstand is in your sights. You wait. Silence. But you are already in focus. 1. LiDAR is not science fiction. An infrared laser is already shining into your optics. Invisible, silent, without a trace. But the lens of your sight is not glass. It is a mirror. And it reflects. How? Any surface reflects part of the beam back along its trajectory. This is called retroreflection, the cat's eye effect. There is a receiver on the roof opposite. It catches this reflection. If the pixel flashes, you are exposed. 1.55 microns. Safe for the eyes. Operating range up to 3.5 kilometers. Response speed 50 milliseconds. Accuracy down to a specific window. 2. Radar. Sees a bullet in flight. You don't believe in technology? You are wrong. You have another system at your disposal. Low-speed Doppler radar. It sees the bullet itself. If you fire a shot, even just one, it will show the direction and speed. It's true. This is no joke. A 338 caliber bullet flies at a speed of 850 meters per second. The radar picks up the pulse and transmits the sector to the counter-sniper. 3. Acoustics. The final layer. The bullet flies faster than sound, but the shot will still be heard. An array of microphones, a boomerang-type system, triangulates the point of origin, and even if it's delayed, it sends the coordinates to the tablet. Why? If you hit your target, it gives a waypoint for the drone. If you miss, it will give the command to destroy you. 4 AI in combination. These are not just 3 different devices, they are connected. LiDAR gives a glint, the initial alarm. Radar, confirmation. Acoustics, correction. AI, target priority. And all this without human intervention. The system sees. The system strikes. 5. Standard protocol. Flash of glare. Alarm. Coordinates are sent to the tablet of the nearest counter-sniper. His task is to confirm. Aim with a thermal imager. If the target is stationary, the optics are looking at the podium. The object's shape matches the weapon, and it is to be destroyed. Sometimes before the shot. Sometimes at the moment of firing. Chapter 3. Counter-snipers. It seems you're alone, you're wrong. 1. Counter-sniper net, 3 level. The net is arranged in rings. First ring, internal protection. Snipers with level 0 clearance. Their task is to cover the podium itself instantly. Number, approximately 20 pairs. Weapons, Orsis T5000 optics with thermal imaging devices. Distance to target, 50 to 200 meters. Reaction time, less than 1 second. Second ring, roofs on the perimeter. 2 to 3 guards on the roof, plus an observer with a tablet. Total approximately 50 rifles. They control a 360-degree perimeter zone. Third ring, distant defense. They operate at distances of 600 to 1,000 meters. They are equipped with heavy rifles with large scopes. Some are disguised as communications services. They operate partially autonomously. Their task is to kill you before you aim. Who will kill you first? Most likely the one you didn't see. A counter-sniper is not a security guard with a gun. He is a person who works in a specific sector. He has no right to miss. He has no option but to think. The radar highlights you. The tablet beeps. He already knows the angle and distance. He aims. He does not know who you are, but he knows what his goal is. Looking at the podium, motionless, glowing in the warmth, shining with optics. That's enough. You think, I'll seize the moment. I'll do it instantly. No one will notice. They will notice. Why? Because you are surrounded by living links, each of which knows only its own fragment, but works as part of a single organism. Each sniper has a partner, an observer. Each partner has direct access to the electronic warfare operator and drone group. A capture team is on duty inside each building. Inconspicuous patrols are working on the ground and will reach you in 60 seconds. 60 seconds? No. In reality, 8 to 12. They don't think about who you are. You are a mark on a tablet. You are a hotspot. You are an object with directed optics. And if you don't make a mistake, they'll shoot anyway. If you aim, they've already pulled the trigger. And if you're one of them, the counter-sniper team trains for internal threats. If one of their snipers suddenly aims outside protocol, their target on the tablet is also highlighted. Everyone can see everyone else. Everyone has a so-called duroscope, an observer who does not look at the podium. He looks at his own people. And if his sniper starts aiming where he shouldn't, he gets shot in the back. Chapter 4. If you fired, second by second, you pulled the trigger. Everything you thought would happen later has already begun. 0.0 seconds. Trigger pulled. The bullet flies out. Caliber .338. Velocity approximately 850 meters per second. If you are 700 meters away, it will reach its target in 0.82 seconds. But you are not in the game. You are in the shooting range, and you yourself have become the target. 0.05 seconds. LiDAR. The lens of your sight continues to glow. The glare lights up again, confirming the shot. An alarm goes off on the tablet. It was you who initiated the combat phase. 0.10 seconds. Radar. Low-speed radar detects the bullet itself. Trajectory detected. Sector detected. Impact point pre-calculated. The counter-sniper sitting nearby already knows where it came from. 0.30 seconds. First counter response. If you are working from 700 meters, a counter-sniper from the first or second ring is already targeting you. The point is illuminated. The thermal signature is visible in the sight. There will be no, "Who is it?" He will pull the trigger. 0.50 seconds. Alarm peak. Counter-sniper tablets intercept the alarm. The observer shouts, "Target." The signal is duplicated over the radio network. The clearance team receives the coordinates. 0.82 seconds. The bullet hits the target. Let's say you hit it. That's it. You didn't even have time to breathe after firing. 1.0 to 1.5 seconds. Acoustics activate. The boomerang system picks up the sound trail. The bullet has already struck, but the sound has only just reached the microphones. Triangulation is working. 3 arrays calculate the point. They check with the radar. They confirm with the LiDAR. The signal is sent. 1.5 to 2.0 seconds. Counterattack. If a person was working on you, you're already dead. If not, a reconnaissance drone will arrive in a few minutes. Alternative, a grenade from the ground team, a burst of automatic fire, or waiting for your second attempt. 3.0 seconds. Plan B is active. Even if the strike is successful, Netanyahu has a backup plan. This is not a theory, this is practice. Netanyahu's second exit elsewhere is prepared. Video turns on in 5 minutes. Press service comment. Nothing happened. Any effect of the shot is instantly nullified. 5.0 to 10.0 seconds. Media frenzy. The narrative instantly kicks in. Lonely psycho. Disoriented fan. Foreign influence. Your biography, photos, correspondence, already on screen. You are not a hero. You are news for a couple of hours. 60 seconds. Your body has already been identified. Passport, cameras, geolocation. Friends in development. Relatives under control. The Instagram, Facebook, and X profiles were exposed. 5 minutes. The world is back to normal. The speech continues. Fanfare plays. The city lives on. And you are no longer a factor. History knows of 5 cases when the attackers succeeded. 1. John Kennedy, 1963. What happened? The route was published in advance. The windows along the route were not checked. Oswald took up a position in a 6th floor window of the warehouse. The distance to the target was 90 meters. 3 shots were fired. 1 was fatal. What has changed? Convertibles are now museum pieces. All routes are now kept secret. Every window with a view of the president is under surveillance. Counter-snipers have appeared along the route. 2. Anwar Sadat, 1981. What happened? A parade. Soldiers with live ammunition. A group of insiders inside the column. They turned their weapons directly at the podium. Grenades, shots. The president was killed. What has changed? All equipment at parades is now checked in 3 rounds. People on the podium are now armed. Anyone who is one of us is under cross-monitoring. 3. Indira Gandhi, 1984. What happened? Her own security detail, Sikhs whom she refused to dismiss after the conflict in Amritsar. She was shot in the back at point-blank range, more than 30 bullets. What has changed? Mandatory rotation of security personnel. ethnic and religious filter. The separate weapons rule. One carries the weapon, the other carries the bolt. 4. Yitzhak Rabin, 1995. What happened? A crowd of supporters, a religious radical infiltrates the crowd posing as an activist. 2 shots, murder. What has changed? Double identification, badge plus biometrics. Psychological screening even for volunteers. Security bubble, access to the president's bodyguard and by sectors each guarded independently. 5. Ronald Reagan, 1981. What happened? Leaving a hotel without a roof. Crowds, cameras, chaos. Jodie Foster fan pulls out a .22. Fires, misses. Reagan was wounded by a ricochet. What has changed? Screens now separate press areas. Passages are covered by shield buses. Snipers are even watching the spectators. Conclusion: every shot from the past equals a new protocol for the present. And of course, we cannot ignore the assassination attempt on Trump that took place in July last year. How is it possible that the shooter was able to climb onto the roof of a building with a weapon 100 meters from the stage without being noticed? He even fired 8 shots, hitting not only Trump's ear but also several civilians. And all this happened in front of witnesses and special services who saw the killer crawling on the roof with a rifle even before the shooting. Although the shooter was eliminated immediately after the shooting, all this suggests a staged event or a conspiracy within the American Special Services. Either this assassination attempt was allowed to happen deliberately, or they organized it to achieve a political goal, which Donald ultimately achieved. Today's security is not just about protection. It is a composite model of all the failures of the 20th century. Cameras appeared because of Dallas. Security rotation appeared because of Indira. The double protocol was introduced because of Sadat. Automation was introduced because of Reagan. Biometrics and behavioral analysis were introduced because of Rabin. And what does that give us? Every mistake from the past is closed. Every potential hole is calculated. Every scenario is woven into the algorithms. You can't find a loophole because they already found it before you did, and closed it. The murder of Charlie Kirk is also a political assassination and a dark day in American history. This event is a topic for a separate video, so let me know in the comments if you want me to cover it. As for Benjamin Netanyahu, why has the crowd of thousands who want him dead not succeeded yet? You all understand perfectly well that a person with so many enemies cannot afford to make mistakes. This video is not a call to violence, quite the opposite. Political assassinations are the scourge of democracy. I also wanted to say that a psychopathic killer is no hero. If you attempt such a heinous crime, nothing will come of it, and you will lose your life. I know a lot more interesting stuff about the work of special services and the protection of top officials. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and profile on X. This was Professor Moriarty. See you.